Hi everyone, this is Brian with Anderson Pens, and today we're going to take a look at the Visconti Hall of Music collection. Let's take a look. Okay, let's have a look at the new Visconti Hall of Music collection. And the first thing I want to point out is that Visconti seems to be switching over to a new, smaller size box. This is kind of nice because, I don't know about you, but I keep all my boxes and sometimes space is a problem. So a smaller box is definitely better than a bigger box any day of the week. So it's a little bit thinner. It's about the same size lengthwise, but it's definitely thinner. It's a lot lighter. It still has your characteristic leather cover, but as you can see, it's much thinner. Now, and this one is nice because now it has a little place for your thumb. Sometimes the other ones are a little bit difficult to open, and you open it up and it's got a little thin lip, and there it is. So new smaller boxes being phased in on many of the Visconti pens. I've seen them on some Homo sapiens, so expect to see those coming soon. And here are the three Hall of Music pens, and these are in your standard Van Gogh, Michelangelo style. Faceted bodies. We have three colors. We've got sparkling burgundy on the left here. We've got graphite and a marble blue. And if you're looking at this marble blue, and it's kind of a grayish blue color, and you're thinking, boy, that color looks familiar. Where have I seen that before? Here's your answer. The Dali in that same material. And if we take a step back a little bit further, we have very similar material for the old style Van Gogh. These are the ones with the gold nibs. Very similar pattern. But basically this time we've taken the Dali painting off the clip, we've changed the cap band, and there we go. So faceted body. We have most noticeable right away, of course, we've got some music written across the cap band, and we'll talk about this in a minute. Your standard clip, my pen system capable, and magnetic. And on the section, you're going to see the treble clef here, and then we have the same notation around the edge of the section as we do around the cap band. And on the cap band, we have 2 bars of 4/4. And on the section, we have 3 bars where they repeat the first bar. So for you music nerds out there, the first thing you're going to want to know is what it sounds like, and we'll get to that in a bit. But other words, really, it looks a lot like your standard and functions exactly like your standard Van Gogh. Cartridge converter, going to take it off. It's got your metal insert there for your threads. International cartridge or converter. And steel nibs. You get them in fine, medium, broad. Same nib as on the other pens. And yes, you can unscrew the nib, and you can purchase separate replacements. So it makes for ease of cleaning, and if something happens, you can always easily replace it. So, and it does nicely line up with the treble clef, which is what we want to see. Post, exactly just like your regular Van Gogh, but essentially we get 3 different patterns that we didn't have available to us before. The graphite here, this looks very similar to the Rembrandt in black. It's got some really cool gray pattern in it. Neat looking pattern. And the new one is the Sparkling Burgundy. And you can see it, well, it sparkles. It's a neat pattern. Kind of looks like the Sailor Starburst Galaxy pen almost, except in burgundy. Faceted and it fits in the hand fairly well. It's got a good unposted length if you're going to use it for short term. And posted, it's not bad. It posts well, and it's a solid post on that. So, of course, being a musician in a former life, the first thing I did is I said, okay, well, what do we have here on the notation? So I took the liberty of adding that into a program to see what that is. And for you other musicians out there, I'm sure the first thing you're going to do is going to get to the piano or your instrument, and you're gonna want to play it. But for those of you who don't have that, you're not a musician, you don't have a piano lying around, here is what the music on the cap band sounds like. So, like I mentioned, the cap band has 2 bars of 4/4, and the section has 3 bars, and they repeat that first bar. So, interesting. I don't recognize the piece, but be interesting to know why they chose that. If there's any significance to it, but there it is. Visconti Hall of Music. So there you have it, the Visconti Hall of Music collection. Be sure to check us out online at andersonpens.com, our store in Appleton, Wisconsin, or at any number of pen shows nationwide.